we are back in the race. Look at that. Does that pit lane look a little bit different colour to you? Because that looks like it's wet to me. It looks like the heavens have opened. And everyone should be switching to the wet tyres. Look at that. It's absolutely soaking, people. Look at that. The heavens have opened. We've had this massive rain pass over us. Yes, this is going to be very, very interesting. We're just waiting for everyone to exit the pit lane, get formed up on the grid. Then we'll go through our pit. Moist is asking. We'll go through our grid as they're going round. We've got a little while. I've told them all to behave on this outlap because it's very, very easy to lose the car in these conditions. Hopefully, they are all on the wet tyres. It looks like they are all on the wet tyre, which is good. How many laps do we think before a line? I think it's going to be about the 10-minute mark. So there's going to be about 3 to 4 laps when people are going to start thinking about it. But look at this spray. So look, if I jump on board a frozen road, look at the spray that these guys have to go through if you're not in P1. So yeah, there's a lot. Oh, we got an accident already on the formation lap. What happened there? I could totally miss that. Who was that? Oh, that is not what we want. So I think I'm going to make a request to the race director to restart this session. I think he should restart the session, put out a marker to everyone and restart this session. Replay. I don't have the replay even marked, unfortunately.
Alright guys, we're going to have to restart the session. Stand by a moment. There's a big pile-up.
So yeah, we're going to restart the race. Hopefully everyone keeps it together for that. But yeah, that is no bueno. So we're into the race, so we'll be back after this. Hello, we are back again. We didn't even get to lap 1 and we needed a safety car, and I don't think you can put a safety car out. I'm going to set a replay marker. I'm going to do it right now. Replay marker. I normally set it for the start of the race, but I'm going to have to do one for the outlap, for crying out loud. What's that? Rain? What tyres could they be using? Rain tyres, hopefully. Yes, we need to go to the race. So I think we are in warm-up yet. So just push straight to.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Over to you in the studio. Yeah, honestly, we don't need that to see that again, do we? Surely not. So hopefully everyone's just sorting out their lives. Let's do that. Let's go to the live feed. And we will do a little test. So if I... And then we'll go back to Spook. We could go to live feed. There we go. We should have a replay. Oh, the replays aren't working, team. The replays don't seem to be playing ball. We'll have a little play as they go around. But hopefully everyone is out. They are. So let's set the starting order. Make sure we're on the live feed. So hopefully we can get that. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Round 2. Hopefully they are all behaving themselves. So, let's go through the starting order while they are prancing around, shall we? So, we have Twinflow in pole position with Liam Fraser in 2nd, Frozen Droid in 3rd place, English 52 in 4th place. In 5th place we have Spook In 6th place we have Ricky Tan. 7th place we have Jack in the Drive-By Racing Team. 8th place we have Xanax. In 9th place we have Korski with the PG Tips Racing BMW. And in 10th place, Coolest Guy in the Kamikaze Racing Team. Yeah, so Terabyte. So they're basically the sort of format is that a rain shower has just happened just before the race, so the track is soaked, but the sun is out. It is a warm day, so within about 10 minutes of the race starting, the track should be starting to dry up enough for them to switch to some dry tyres. So it should give us a little bit of a interesting race. We normally set a one race that is wet a year, but in the GSME, our other racing series that we do, unfortunately it was all wet and people didn't want another wet spa, so we've done a little bit of a mix-up here today, and I think it should be very, very interesting. As you can see, everyone is on wet tyres, but that tyre will come in useful later when they all start making their pit stops and we can see what racing tyres they are on. But look at the spray. The spray is pretty raw. Let's ride on board with Ricky Tan. Look, you can just about see the car in front. You can't see anything more than that as they are just trundling their way around. And actually, with the wet tyres, you want to keep the tyre relatively cool, because if it starts to overheat, what happens is the edges start to melt and it doesn't lift the water as much. So you don't actually need to warm the tyres up as much. You just need to kind of keep them within a short, narrow range. They're very soft as well. It's more about your brakes and things that you need to keep warm in the wet. So I would be, if it was me, I'd be doing a lot more brake management around rather than worrying about the tyres and that sort of thing. So yeah, I just want to actually check to make sure our replays are working. So we're going to watch Ricky Tan go around that corner, and then what we're going to do quickly is we're going to watch Ricky Tan go back around that corner again, hopefully. It didn't seem to work too well, did it? I don't think that's working very well. We'll give it another go. There we go. I think that could be it. That track looks like it's going to be dry when I start lap 3. It could well be 10 cars lapping as well. It is if none of them crash at the start. So let's go with Twinflow, who's just backing up the grid, but these guys just need to spread out a little bit. You don't need to be side by side, gents. Just take your time. The race isn't going to start without you. Oh, they nearly touched there. They nearly touched there. Frozen Droid and English nearly came together there. There is no need for that, gents. The race will not start without you, trust me. You will form up into your grid box. Yeah, like a good couple of laps, 2, 3, 4 laps, I think. It hurts to change early, is what I've understood. So here they are at the start of the grid. 40-minute race, and we are go. The cars get away good. Well, as I quote, they've all got traction control, don't forget, so that it's all power to the middle. It looks like Fraser might be trying to go around the outside of Twinflow. Fraser does indeed get his nose head around the outside, but he runs wide on the exit, so Twinflow's going to go down in front. But look at that spook all the way up into P2 here, absolutely muscling his way through as he pushes down to the left. As we see now Twinflow going through El Rouge here. Twinflow, Spook, English, Frozen Droid, all line of stone as they push through. As they go up to the top of the hill, they're all keeping it nice and clean as it stands at the moment. Coming across the brow of the hill, anyone at the back, but look at the spray, look, you just can't see behind, but look at Spook getting a run on Twinflow. Spook up into P1 now, all the way from P5. Look at that Spook with an amazing start as they now power into the first chicane. So Twinflow down into 2, English up into 3rd, Fraser down into 5th, Frozen Droid up into 4th place. Cars 3 to 6 spray is going to be nuts. Absolutely, it's going to be crazy. But it looks like they're all keeping it together here. They've done an amazing job here to keep it together nicely as they go through. But it looks like Jack and Korski might be having a little battle back here. It is indeed Jack and Korski together. Xanax has dropped back as well. Where is Coolest Guy? Coolest Guy might have had a little spin. He's right back at the end there. But look at this. Does everyone have to place themselves on the grid? Yes, they do. They have a marker that they have to drive into. It kind of does snap you into place a little bit, so you can't cheat too much. But yeah, you do have to drive into your start box. But look at this. English is now trying to get a run on Twinflow here. Twinflow started very, very slowly, but Twinflow looks like he's going to run wide here. As he's going to go up the inside, he's not going to make a move there. But yeah, English now all over the back of Twinflow. Twinflow is not enjoying these conditions. No, you can't go over the line by mistake. No, you can jump the start for sure, and you will get a penalty for that. So this is our biggest battle at the moment. Look at this. English now. Oh, look at that. Nearly gets a tank slapper there on the exit. Gets the power down really early. And he's absolutely chasing down Twinflow. He's all over the gearbox of Twinflow here as they push through. You have to lift through here, because you will run wide otherwise. But look at this, gets nicely there. Oh, look at that, beautiful, well handled by everyone here. But look at this now, English is going to try and go around the outside of the bus stop chicane. Hard on the brakes here. But yeah, there is no move cooking there. Oh, he's going to go up the inside. Oh, they're going to be collapsed. They've got a collision there. Oh, that was a collision. He spins Twinflow, so Twinflow now is facing backwards. And he's dropping down the grid positions as English carries on. Where is Twinflow? Twinflow now is down the back of the grid. Gets it underway, and he is at the back of the grid. Twinflow into 10th place. Looks like English as well just collected him up on the exit of the bus stop chicane. Game also lies everyone at start. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is rough. That is rough for Twinflow. English was faster. Did look like he just tagged each other there. I can see a steward's inquiry happening for that. I'm dead happy we don't do in-game or mid-game penalties. We do them at the end of the race. So they will put in a protest and then we'll have a look. But look at this. Ricky Tan is looking like he's trying to get a slipstream on Liam Fraser here as they break into the chicane. So Ricky Tan all over, T-barred him. Yeah, he did come across his nose, and then he did sort of push him out of the way, it looked like, which is a real shame for Twinflow. So he's going to have to fight back through. But the thing is, we have changing conditions here, so he's going to be able to fight back through. He now needs to be smart with his strategy. He is, what is he, 4.7 seconds behind Xanax. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on him. But now we're just looking at the battle of Liam Fraser versus Ricky Tan here. The spray is still very evident. There is one coming in for the undercut to dry, could save him. Yeah, undercut to dry could save him. But again, the testing I've done is if you go too early, if you pit too early, the dry tyres will burn out because they just slide everywhere. Hopefully these jimmies aren't too rustled. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Twinflow here, and Mason is just hanging on to the back of him, going the long way around. But yeah, Ricky Tan now is getting pressured by Jack, so P5 and 6. This is where the interest is going to lie. So let's like ride on board with Jack. Look at the spray that Jack's having to drive through. He and Mr. Level-Headed, they are indeed. But yeah, so everyone is just trying to keep out of the spray. Oh, we have Wild Boys, Iceman and Slider, Wild Boys. I thought we had you in. 30 seconds to go and you appeared. But look at that. That looked like Xanax run wide there on the exit and got a good run down the inside of Korski here. But Korski's got to fight back. Is he going to cut across his nose? He does cut across his nose there. That was a little bit rude from Xanax, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Xanax gets the place done, makes up the move into P7, and he carries on his way, and Korski is left reeling behind. Remind me to help you fix that PC. Absolutely. So what are we looking at here? So we've got Twin Spook. Can we just talk about Spooks? Actually, we're going to watch Spook start. If it hasn't broken, we're going to try and watch his start from the cockpit. Let's have a look at this. So this is on board with Spook. So he's going to go from 5th, I think, to 1st by the end of the straight, by the end of the Camel Straight. So look at this, just keeps it nice there, makes up a place already. Got one on the outside there, runs wide. Oh, look at that, Frozen Drink gets on the power too early. So now Spook just zoops in And look at that. Just so Spook is now up into P2 just by being calm and collected. Lovely from him. A nice little lift through there. Oh, look, Twin Flow runs wide at the top of the hill. Look, so Twin Flow gets a massive snap at the top of the hill, and that is Spook on a run. Spook around the outside. Spook is on his way. Oh, so that is how Spook did it. Lovely, lovely job from Spook there. So where are the... Oh, so look at this. English is now hard on the tail of Spook. So that gap has come down quite a bit. It says the interval was 1.262, but that is definitely shorter than that. That is a definitely shorter interval than 1.2. Oh, we think we might have broken that. So let's give that a little refresh. There we go. 0.3 of a second. There we go. Does that mean the twins' tyres were roughed up? Not too bad, but look at this. English now, look, English is flying. He's going up the inside here. A little bit of rubbing there from Spook, but he's going to go up the inside round the very, very fast corner to give each other loads of room. Actually, I think English was a little bit too nice there. Is he going to go around the outside of Spook here? Is he going to do the same as he did to his brother Twin Flow? No, so they gave him loads of room, but that's allowed Frozen Droid now right up onto the back of him. This is extremely, extremely good racing here. But English is fast. English is extremely fast in this phase of the race. Just as the rain is starting to come off, we see English is now absolutely picking up. What happened to Korski? Oh, good point. What did happen to Korski? He's all on his line, but I don't want to come off this back. But look at this. English is now on the way down to El Rouge. He's going to have the inside line for the first. Is he going to squeeze him into the wall? He gives him a little squeeze, but yeah, Spook starts him behind. A little love tap behind, I think. But English is now through up into P1. English now leads race. But look at that. It got sideways at the top of the hill. Frozen Droid now is shaping up for P2. Spook is hurting. The spray has also disappeared. So spray has gone. What Aski's saying, pit at the end of the lap. I think it's too early for pits. The track is still very, very greasy in some parts. It's still going to be greasy offline, but look at this. This is incredible racing. So English now pulls half a second clear instantly. Spook is hanging on for dear life as they come around at the top. And we see Ricky Tan there just behind. He's managed to drop Jack a little bit. So Jack is now fallen back behind him to 3.710. We see Korski in the pits. Korski is in the pit lane. Completely missed his pit box, but that doesn't matter. We will check the tyres when he comes out of the pits to see what he's doing, but he's looking like he might be pitting for damage. He's in there for a long time as it stands. And we see English is just about pulling that gap away. Do we need to refresh that again? Is that giving us some jip? 30 minutes in. No, it's just about right. So, yeah, 30 minutes into the race, we have a new race. But look at that English running a little bit tail happy there. Fraser is on the back of Frozen Droid. It could be any one of these fours. Even Ricky Tan back there at 1.6. He needs to get involved. He needs to get stuck into this. While these guys are all tripping over each other as the track just improves. If I was the back half of the field, I would run mediums and risk it. We need a dedicated tyre check transition animation. We do. With the Michelin man with a big thumbs up as we do it. But yeah, look at this. So Spook is now falling to Frozen Droid. It looks like Frozen Droid is very, very fast here. 30 minutes remaining as we see English just starting to gap. We have seen a few guys running. What? Oh, that is ridiculous there from English. He didn't even lift there. He just flew through there. That has given him a good 10th of a second or so. Can't keep doing that. That's not right. But look, oh, Ricky Tan now. Look at this. Right into the battle here. So Ricky Tan now only a second off the back, but it's going to be even less than that when that updates. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It looks like Frozen Droid's going to make a move down the inside. No, Spook gets the move. Spook blocks the move by braking much later. But yeah, look at this. Look at this battle here as the track is now drying out. Did Korski pit for tyres? He did. Korski's on the... Oh, is English gone off? English gone off. English is off into the barrier. That is a safety car if I've ever seen one at the top of El Rouge. That is a full-on safety car there. He's going to roll back onto the track, so something has happened to him. So English has now returned back to the pit lane. Yeah, that was very, very, very dangerous there at the top of the hill. So is that safety car out? Yeah, that is safety car out. Let's bring that on to safety car. So English, unfortunately, DNF'd. Looks like he's fully sent English breakfast now. That was for the cheeky corner, not the crash, no shade. No, so I think English has got some family, some kids and stuff issues. So he said he might have to disconnect, and that's what looks like it happened there. But it just happened right at the roughest point of the circuit, unfortunately. At the top of El Rouge, he could have rolled back on and taken out a few cars, unfortunately. So we just got to let the safety car bunch up all the stragglers here, and then we will be back racing. I wonder if anyone is going to use this safety car for a cheap pit stop. What do you think? Who's going to pit at the end of this lap? Give me your predictions now. I think Jack is. And actually, Jack's up to P4 now. So, yeah. I think Jack's going to pit. For sure. Korski on the mediums. How is he getting on? Oh, he's just going through El Rouge now. So we will wait for him to catch up to the back of the pack. Askey said, oh shit, I mean, so English had either some disconnect or had to leave very, very sharpish, and unfortunately the car ploughed through El Rouge just in a dead straight line, hit the barrier at the top, and was basically going to roll back onto the circuit. No replay, unfortunately, but we have a safety car out onto the circuit. So we will just wait for the crocodile. Oh, looks like Ricky Tan's disconnected. Has he? No, he's back. Thank God for that. So, oh no, Ricky Tan is getting some sort of lag. Oh, Ricky Tan's disconnected. Oh, that is painful. Oh, that is so painful for Ricky Tan. I'm gutted for him. Oh. That is a real shame for Ricky Tan. He's going to be absolutely fused. But look at that. Jack into the pit lane. Liam Fraser into the pit lane. Yeah, he's dropped. Yeah, Ricky Tan has dropped from the session, unfortunately. So we have this big gaggle into the pit lane. Who stayed out? It looks like Spook and Twinflow have stayed out. Everyone else is gambling on a set of dry tyres here. So Jack is in. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted for Rich. He was in such a good position. There's rainwater in the PCs. Yeah, the rain absolutely ruined these guys' PCs. So English and Ricky Tan, unfortunate to have dropped out of the race. And we see now Jack exiting the pit lane. He went in on P4. Let's see where he exits now. We will see what tyres are on when the pit lane limit comes off. So it looks like mediums for Fraser, mediums for Jack. They've got to be careful on the exit because it's very, very slippery on the exit, unfortunately. That must be a pre-arranged strap from Wontons, right? It might well be, but they might be. You can see a bit of a dry line here just on these shots. Can you see it going up the hill? So they might fall foul of this if they don't pit at the end of this here. Like, I mean, even if they pit now, they're going to be at the back of the pack. They're going to be at the back for this. Zanak's gone on to the hards. Oh, guys, I'm loving the tyre colours. I'm not going to lie. It makes it so much easier. You guys can see. But yeah, if the Wontons don't pit now, then they're going to get swallowed up very, very quickly. And then they're going to have to pit at racing speed. It's a difficult one because essentially once the crocodile catches back up to this, the race director has every right just to let the race continue. He doesn't have to have the safety car keep lapping around for people in the pit lane. So basically if they don't pit this lap, I can see the safety car coming in the lap after, and they've absolutely thrown it away at that point. I think that was the wrong move from the Wontons. In fact, let us see if they're saying anything.
It's been like the last third of the race that it's gone to Ryan.
Well, just wait we might be able to get around because we've got to wait for the whole thing to concentrate it back up. We'll be on the back of people, then we just have to push through.
Yeah, they're also talking about a strategy.
Places, but
I mean, yeah.
They are talking about a strategy, so they are thinking the same as us. So who lost out there? So it looks like Frozen Druid did pretty bad out of all that. He's down into 6th place. So we're still waiting for Korski. But Korski with his really early stop onto the mediums has now made up a couple of places. Xanax is just behind, so we're waiting for him to catch up. Is that Ricky Tan back? How the... What? What? How has that happened? I'm very confused about what's going on with Ricky Tan here. I don't know. He might... I have no idea. I'm very confused. Maybe he didn't DQ, but then why, like, on the standings, he's showing as 9th for me, behind Xanax, but he's in front of Xanax here? I'm confused. So here we have the last...
Safety cars coming in now.
Oh, English is back. English is back. Just a lot of this, yeah, but English is also back. So have they mid-game restarted? So here we go. The wontons are into the pit lane. So it's going to allow the Fraser. So is this a go? This looks like a start. Is this a start? No. So the safety car is in this lap. So yeah, the wontons had to pit. Wontons had to pit for sure. So the wontons are in the grid. English is also in the pits. Ricky Tan is still on wet tyres apparently. We will refresh the overlay for sure, but the overlay is what you're seeing, but I'm also seeing a different screen which is showing exactly the same as the overlay. His kids were saved then, out of the room. Yeah, absolutely. But is that Ricky Tan trying to work his way through? It is. So Ricky Tan is allowed to unlap himself, it looks like. So Ricky Tan has been given permission to unlap himself. So he's going to zoom off, but it's not going to be enough to get him back in because the safety car is in his lap, so he needs to pit as well. So, oh yeah, this is rough for Ricky Tan. So who we've got? So what's the current grid? Oh, but they are slow. They are really slow. I hope, yeah, I mean, there is always a hope, but the hope for this is to do something special on the changeover, and that period's happened and been and gone. So that's where you could kind of make up some spaces. Is Lucky Dog on? It shouldn't be on, Wild Boys. It shouldn't be on. But it might be allowing Ricky Tan to get back to the place that he should be. I don't know. I really don't know. But we see the wontons are now back of the Crocodile, 7th and 8th place. Did we just put out? No, we didn't. They're on 2 separate servers for sure. We will find out in the debrief what is going on. We can only surmise about what the hell is going on. It would say in the overlay if it was. Yeah, that's true actually. That is a very good point, ASCII. It would come up Lucky Dog for whoever in the overlay. So we've still got a safety car, so we'll put that back on for a second. So, current grid order is a bit mental, but we have Liam Fraser P1 and Jack P2. Jack always does well in these sort of things. Terabyte, Jack P2. Can you win it? Come on. English. What is going on with English? So he's now made his pit stop. He's on mediums. Come on, my son. Drive you a little higher. Absolutely. So, oh, he stopped again on track though. We missed the wonton sauce dip for new tyres. We didn't. No, we saw them come in. We saw the wontons come in. Don't you worry about that. But English has stopped on track again. That is not good. He needs to not stop on track. Race director, could you put a note out, please? Just let him know. If he's going to do that, just pull it to the side. But yeah, so safety car in his lap. Liam Fraser leading the race. Oh, just me. Yeah, just you. We saw them pull in at the end of the lap, so unfortunately but here we go. Ricky Tan in the pits for a new set of booties. So where is the train? They are last sector. So Ricky Tan is half a lap down essentially. So he's going to have a lonely end of the race. So he's just going to have to full send it now and try and get something out of this for sure. Oh, we see English DNF as well. So English has now retired back to the pits. So we are watching the start of the race here. Everyone is on dry tyres. Alex went for the hards. Everyone else has gone for the mediums. Jack is in P2. Mason, actually, I'm just reading through. It's been a long day, but wow, Mason, first race back for the GSMC for a long, long while. Currently P3 for Mason. Wow, he's got Korsky just behind him in P4, Xanax 5, Spook 7th and 8th. This is going to be an interesting start. So let's ride on board with Mr. Fraser here. Let's mark a nice little replay event as they get underway. So they all pull out of the final corner, but Jack gets dropped instantly. English is too gutted, blue screen of death. Did I kill anyone? No, luckily you didn't kill anyone, mate. It was very, very close, unfortunately, but that is harsh. But look at this, Jack is actually on the back, but that Ferrari is very, very fast. We see Frozen, we see Korsky wide at the back there. He's going to get run on by Xanax as they push down the hill. It looks like, it looks like Frozen has got ahead of Mason already. Jack and Liam pushing up through El Rouge over the top at Radion. Everyone make it through just about. There is a little bit of spray. Oh, we see Korsky running extremely wide on the exit there. Loses a shed ton of speed there as they now power on down. So Korsky has dropped back, unfortunately. Gets a big snap of oversteer. We can watch that replay for sure. And we're seeing Frozen Droid now going through. Jack is on the back of Liam. So that Ferrari is really coming alive here. I've still got the safety car box on. There we go. We can get rid of that. 16 minutes to go. Yeah, blue screen had to kill RF2. I think it was TS3. Good shot that. The TeamSpeak doesn't seem to blue screen for me. It's quite a low program, but yeah, blue screen is not good, mate, unfortunately. But no, you didn't kill anyone, luckily. You did alright. You were doing good up until that point, though. So, what we got? Fraser is pulling away from Jack with Frozen Droid just behind. What we got? We got Xanax and Korsky just behind. So Ricky Tan is a long, long way back. Let's get rid of the tyres because we know what they are. So go gap to next. Yeah, great race, man. Lots of spicy action in there, absolutely. So Jack is just dropping back now, just a 10th behind Fraser with Frozen Droid keeping him happy. Spook up into 5 with Twinflow up into 6. The Twinflow is going to be happy to get a little bit of redemption here. Let's ride back with these guys as they push through. Let's listen on board with the Drive-By Racing team. We've got a Korsky penalty as well. For what, I don't know, but Korsky has got a penalty. Probably for running wide somewhere. Look at these guys running wide there for the exits. It pains me inside. They should be like, ah! So as they go through the bus stop chicane, Spook and Twinflow together, it looks like Spook is going to be looking at making a move on Mason. Mason's doing a good job into P4. Frozen Droid is also looking to get a move on Jack as they head through. It's good. I want to have a look on board with Korsky at the start. So as we see now Spook going through on Mason as they head down into El Rouge. So yeah, Spook managed, that move started from the bus stop chicane really. As they push on up, but look at this, like he's got the speed at the top. Is he gonna go through? Is Twinflow gonna get the move done as well? Twinflow pulls out to the outside. Looks like he might get the move done. He's popped ahead. He's gonna get ahead of the break, so he's got the inside line. Is he gonna fight him through? No, he just lets him through. Nicely done from Twinflow there. Mason also doing a super fine job to let that carry on. As we see now, Frozen Droid fighting with Jack, so they've got to start losing some time as they go through here. Let's keep an eye on this for a good second. About 6 seconds. Spook and me into El Rouge with Spicy. Yeah, that done. To be honest, full English with has a nice ring to it. It does indeed. So we are just watching now Frozen Droid on Jack as they go through. let's have a look here. So Frozen Joy's got to go up the outside here, but Jack could just cover that off nicely. A little bit wet there on the outside, on the inside, sorry, and Frozen Joy just drives clean around the outside. What a wonderful move there from Frozen Joy. So Frozen Joy now up into P2. Can he chase down the Lisa? Jack and Frozen are letting Fraser away. They are indeed, but Frozen Joy doesn't waste too much time and dispatches of Jack fairly convincingly as they continue on their way. So what I want to do quickly while we got a little bit low is I want to watch the start with Korski, the safety car start. Rich in the pits again. Rich is in the pits again. Yeah, he might be retiring. I'm not sure. We'll keep an eye to see what he's up to. So Korski gets a slow start as they head on. He might be going soft for the faster that. We don't have faster that points in the GSMC, only in the E, unfortunately. Oh, look at that big snap of oversteer on the exit there. That's going to slow him down. But when he gets to the top of the hill, he's going to have a massive moment. See a little bit of spray there on the inside there. She's going to come up through El Rouge, get on the curb, and he's going to go wrong one. Look at this big moment on the exit. Oh, yeah, look at that big old moment there. Oh, I think he might have got a slowdown, actually. So, yeah. Oh, we see Korski. Liam is off as well. Liam's off big at the top of El Rouge as well. That is a big crash for Liam Fraser at the top of El Rouge. He gets underway nicely. He might have quite a bit of damage there. 12 minutes to go. I didn't see the impact, unfortunately, but he's on his way. So that is our Frozen Droid now into the lead. English, your teammate, unfortunately had a big moment there. Hopefully he can come back. He's now down into 7th place, but Korski's in the pit lane as well. Ricky Tan is back out on track, but Ricky Tan now back into blue flag territory. What has Ricky Tan put on his car? He's put on mediums. So, yeah, that is a real shame. The Wontons have reached the podium. They have indeed. Spook and Twinflow P4 and 5. Well, we've got Coolest Guy and Xanax fighting back here. Let's ride with these boys. They go for it. This is a very interesting race. We see Mason running a little bit wide on entry, so that is going to allow Xanax to power through on the exit. Oh, I see them as 3 and 4. Yeah, they are 3 and 4. Did I say 3 and 4? What did I say? Yeah, Sax for him, he was worried about that pre-race. Yeah. And the thing is, if you start worrying about it, it's sort of bound to happen, unfortunately. Oh, I said 4 and 5. Yeah, sorry. They are 3 and 4. Spook and Twinflow, you are correct. They are going to start chasing down Jack very soon. And in fact, they're starting to fight amongst each other, Twinflow and Spook, so we'll keep an eye on that. In fact, we're going to switch back to that just now. And yeah, it looks like Ricky Town might be holding them up a little bit on the input. Need Frozen to make a mistake for a lead to change. Yeah, could you imagine if Jack picks up this win? How good would that be for Jack? He hasn't had a win since Brazil in, I want to say, the Downforce Cup, but I don't think it was. And it was a long time ago, and that was a race and a half for him. New best lap time from Frozen Droid, a 2:21.031. Was Jack doing 24s, so Jack is a good couple of seconds a lap slower than him. Frozen Droid is pushing on hard. The Wontons are battling each other, but they might be just playing the long team game. Interlagos stock cars, I think you might be right. I think it was the stock cars, yeah. But that was a changeable condition race, and Jack did very well in there, as per usual. So we are just watching Spook and Twinflow as they power on. Ricky Tan is just ahead here, but I think he's definitely a lap down. So he will be getting blue flags, but he doesn't have to get out of the way. He just doesn't have to, he just can't block a move. That far back, well, yeah, it was that far back from when Jack won, yeah, but he's now 2 seconds off. But you see Ricky Tan now moving out of the way, doing the right thing, doesn't hold up the Wontons at all. So that was nicely handled by Ricky Tan. So can they close in on Jack now? These two, they're basically like a pair of piranhas hunting now as they go along their way. 9 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. We have one DNF. Unfortunately, that was English 52 with a blue screen of death on his PC, which is a real shame. Ricky Tan is right at the back of the grid. We think with a disconnect mid-race, he was looking solid for some really good points here. What is the battle going on? Jack is just starting to now fall into the clutches of Spook and Twin Flow here. We'll just ride with Jack for a second. The two wontons are very, very close. Frozen should focus on making any mistakes. Should he keep that gap to Jack? Absolutely. He does. He could do with a little bit more buffer. He just needs to be smooth now. He just needs to pretend that there is no pressure and just build. Because if the wontons get past Jack, they're going to hunt him down hard. So he just needs to if he keeps that gap and he can just maintain it and just keep it nice and steady, it's going to do him well. But I don't think Jack is going to give up P2 very easily here. But yeah, Jack just a little bit squirrely on the exit there of the bus stop. New best lap time by Frozen Droid 2:20.958. Droid isolating Jack makes Jack easier to pass. Oh, absolutely, for sure, yes. Jack is now losing reference to Droid. So Jack is no longer copying his lines, copying his braking points. So Jack is basically on his own, and he's going to have to start thinking about a defence from the wontons in a second, for sure. Yeah, so this is the real battle going on. Look at those. Oh, we see Ricky Tan spin at the top of the hill. Into the barrier goes Ricky Tan. Doesn't look like he's sustained much damage. He managed to hold it pretty well, but yeah, that is a mistake at the top of the hill. It's very, very fast there, unfortunately, and he gets back underway. What a shame for Ricky Tan. This is not a race that he's going to want to remember anytime soon, unfortunately. So we see the safety car and the heavy load wings just chasing in now. Jack only 9/10 of a second. We're just watching and just absolutely nibble away the advantage. 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Jack, come on, my friend. You can hold on. Frozen Droid is looking set for the win here. He just needs to keep that gap, as we said. He is holding it at 2.3, so Jack is doing a fine job. Jack's last lap time was at 2:21.3. So Jack is picking up the pace here. He is in it. For this episode, the part of Wild Boys is played by Ricky Tan. Oh, yes, Wild Boys. Absolutely. But yeah, we see we've got a Sector 2 yellow as well, but that is soon cleared. Well, Askey says 4 laps, including this one. Yeah, 6:21. Yeah, Jack has picked up the pace for sure. So the track is getting faster, but Jack is also getting faster. Jack knows what's at stake here, and he's doing a good job at keeping out of the clutches of the wontons, because the wontons are going to come for you. But yeah, Ricky Tan not having a good race. Where's oh, look at this. So we still have a battle here between Xanax and Mason. Jack is still losing time to Frozen though. Yeah, Jack is, but Frozen is on it. I expect Frozen to go fastest lap again here, if I'm not totally honest, if he hasn't done it already. There we go, Frozen Joy 2:20.149. The wontons are racing in tandem. It looks tight. Yeah, the wontons are for sure. They are closing in on Jack now, half a second behind in some key areas, but in other areas Jack is fast as well. It's going to be a tough one, I think, for both wontons to go through. And what needs to happen, if they're working together cleverly, one wonton will make a move and then they'll both go through, but they'll just put Jack out of position in one key corner and then they'll just both nip through because they're that close together. But yeah, we're just watching now. We're watching the coolest guys, Xanax and Fraser. I keep saying his name wrong. But oh, look at that. Look, Xanax is going around the outside. It looks like Mason made a mistake at the top of the hill, and Xanax is just powering his way through. Saying Jack made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, he's now 3 seconds behind. It looks like Mason's going to look up the inside. That he's not doing, and Xanax holds the line. Runs a little bit deep though, but look at this. He's just allowed Fraser back onto the back. I'm just going to call him Liam from now on because I keep getting his surname wrong and he keeps hating me for it. One wonton, loving it. Oh, look at this. Twin Flow and Spook have changed over. So Twin Flow is through on Spook. So it looks like Spook might have made a mistake there. And so now Spook is behind and Twin Flow is now mounting a hard attack on Jack. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go for Jack. Look at that. He's just a little bit squirrely on the exit of that corner here. He just needs to up his traction control a little bit, Jack. Just let the traction control do the work for you. Don't let the tyre wear get too big. Twin was running fast in practice. He was running fast in practice. That is for sure. He also got the fastest qualifying time as well, so he's one to be revered. And it looks like he's looking at setting up a move here. He is chasing down the back of Jack. Look at this, look, he's going for it. Less ballast. Well, Jack has no ballast. Oh, and no, so in practice today, for this event, he had ballast on. Yeah, look, he just put, Twinflow could just put the car where he wants it, and Jack is sort of all over the place here. Jack needs to defend the inside line here, because Twinflow is going to just send it up, I think. If he doesn't know, so Jack is just a little bit too fast in the Ferrari, pulling away. But this is where the danger lies. If Jack doesn't get a good run through El Rouge, then Twinflow is going to be all over him. Do, don't do, there's no try. So Jack goes up El Rouge. Does he get a good exit? It's hard to see. Cameraman checks. He does look like he gets a good exit. So yeah, Jack is just keeping, look at this, he's just using all of the track. He's on the grass, kicking up some dust into his face. He just doesn't want to give him an inch. Jack going for a nice defence there on the outside. Little bit late, I think, but Twinflow's going to go around the outside and they're going to collide. A little bit of rubbing, but is Jack going to hold the outside and then go back for the inside? He does indeed. Push him wide, Jack. Don't let him up the inside. Oh, Jack, you let him, give him too much space here. Force him down into this corner. Don't let the other twin, look at this, don't let the other wonton through, Jack. Oh no, he's going to lose 2 places in one corner. This is what I said they will do to him. They'll just put him out in a bad position and they'll set him up for a foul, and that is exactly what's just happened. So Jack now drops 2 places down into P4. The wontons do what wontons do, and they forced him through. Jack is trying to fight back, but that is not a place to fight back, unfortunately, my friend. So Jack now down to P4 as the wontons are now on their way. But Frozen Droid, 4 seconds up the road from Twinflow, 1 minute 48 to go. That is painful. So yeah, Jack just losing out there from both. It is like a Pete's box move. But yeah, that's dirty hold up by Twin. I don't think it was a hold up. I think it was just, they just put him out. That's all they had to do. They just had to move him offline in one of those corners, and then he's offline for every corner they're going, and that's it. He just, Spook can just get in, and that's it. He's done for. And that's, we called it. We said that was what was going to happen a long way. Yep, did a good job to get them both through. So Jack down to P4. Looks like Mason has had an issue because he's now down into 7th place. Xanax and Liam up into 5th and 6th. Looks like they're battling hard here. 55 seconds to go. This could be the last tour. In fact, it would be the last tour. I don't think Frozen Joy is going to get round in 48 seconds, do you? So, as we see now, Liam chasing down Xanax, but Xanax seems to have the legs at the moment. This is it. Will be the last time we can check the replay for a brake check. English. We don't brake check in the GSMC. That is not how we roll around here. But it does actually look like Xanax has just got the legs here as they push up the hill. Rich is running hard against Liam, but he doesn't really have a kind of right to. He does have a right to overtake him. He can unlap himself, but there's just no point, is there, at this point? There's just no need at this point. Oh, look at this. Looking at break and toe. Lights are flashing. All sorts of stuff are going on at the end of the straight. 0 minutes remaining. This man is our current leader. Mr. Frozen Droid just gapped away here. 5.544 seconds away from Twinflow and Spook. Jack is on the back of Spook here. Jack hasn't given up. Is he going to go for a podium? Is he going to go for a do or die here on the wonton? Is he going to splatter wonton into the pavement and stamp all over it? Is that what Jack's going to do? But he's going to have to be brave into the bus stop. That is his only choice. He needs to be tight with Spook here and be brave into the bus stop. Can he do it? We do need to keep an eye on where Mr. Frozen Droid is. He is just heading to the bus stop now. Jack has just dropped away from Spook, so it's looking less and less likely here. Yeah, bus stop or nothing, forced to cut back. Yeah, absolutely, but I think he's just a little bit, half a second is a bold manoeuvre. So we're just going to watch Frozen Droid now into the bus stop. Is Jack going to make a move into the bus stop? No, he's not. So we've got to cut back to Frozen Joy. As Frozen Joy now crosses the line to win at Spa. What a good job from Frozen Joy. Twin Flow through into second place, followed by Spook into third, Jack into fourth place. What a nice move. But look at that. Oh no, Liam into the wall. Xanax. Looks like, did they have a collision there? They must have had a collision for sure. Let me see if I can get a 15 replay on that. But Xanax is going through now to pick up P5. And look at that, Mason. Mason is going to go up into P6. And Liam into 7. Let us see if we can see what that was about. Can we see? Here, let's see if we can see what happened here. We might have this. We might have this. Oh, they definitely come together. We just have the aftermath, unfortunately. Oh, it was just a bit too slow. But yeah, that is rough. So Xanax and Liam must have had a coming together. Korski is going to come through into P8. He's a little way behind. Spook will know it's coming. Nah, it's too far back. Yeah, absolutely. Terabyte, brilliant racing. Well done, Frozen. Great commentary, Bruce, and perfect race management by Ken. Loved it. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, Terabyte. We appreciate your comments. Yes, Ken has been wonderful this evening. He's been my saving grace as always. So we thank him. I'm Dead Happy. Great race, Bruce. Thank you very much, my friend. We appreciate that. We will be back next week for Assen, which is again another brand new track for us here. So we have just watched in Korski cross the line in the PG Tips BMW. Let's bring up our schedule very, very quickly. So yeah, round 7, which is really round 8. Need to change that. Just ignore it. Is Assen and then Bathurst. So Assen is a brand new track for all of us. So I expect these guys to be on that all week long to be practicing that for sure. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. I know Ricky Tan is returned to the pit, so it's just Korski. We really appreciate you guys coming here. Thank you very much, Wanoaski, for the 2 gifted subscriptions to I'm Dead Happy and to Mr. Kruger as well. We will see you next week for the next race at Assen. Until then, have a great week. We'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.